Greetings and welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. I am your host, Ankh Rising Sun, also known in the African Hawaiian system as Cousin Henky or Uncle Henky. But before we begin, let's do our opening video to honor our divinity. Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes. Love, wisdom, power. Remember, yes, always I am who you are. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, yes, power. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say to yourself. Yes, I am. Protected. Yes, I am. Master. I am. Yes. Greetings and welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. With a few opening words, I want to thank you for being born, family. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for all who've taken the time this evening in your busy schedule to invest in your personal knowledge and empowerment. Let me just remove this picture so I can see. Hold on, family. I gotta tell you, the reason we are 5 minutes late because I had to do laundry and I also was working on crystal upgrades just so that everyone remembers thousands, tens and thousands of years ago, we weren't using oil, coal, or gas for fuel. The main forms of power production was the pyramids throughout the world. There was a pyramid grid, and each pyramid is a power plant. And within that power plant, you also had orgone crystal technology. Now, presently, in modern times, we've been systematically dumbed down to the power of crystals. However, every cell phone that has a screen on it is using crystal technology. That is known as a liquid crystal display. You see this here? This is a liquid crystal display. Now, this is a mutated form of crystal technology. When you apply the correct science, and what I'm learning, and I'm still learning, family, I'm using or applying my I am psychedelics in the form of ayahuasca, bufo, microdosing, so that we can access even through the use of acacia tea. We spoke on it here on the show. Many of us have been dumbed down that we're only good for about 5 minutes on any show. Attention span is about 5 minutes because that's what people are being conditioned. But anything worth value, you have to have the power of focus to shut down the monkey mind and listen and apply and be persistent. So I want to first say thank you for being on the show. And I'm literally feeling the buzz of my latest upgrade. But before we say anything else, I want to call on my Nook Poo Nook, my I am that I am, my Om presence, And I am within you, the listening audience, calling upon the sea of life. Yes, I am inviting our ascended master ancestors, angels, archangels, and the forces of nature. But as I always like to say, yes, I am forgiving all past lives, all souls from past lives. Because the people that we meet for higher or lesser in this life, it's most likely we met them in past lives and we have karmic abundance or karmic debt. So you can't look at one lifetime and say, why did that happen to me? Why is everybody picking on me? We have to look at an overview, a panoramic overview of our past lives to understand the principles of the scientific geometry of karma. And with karma being said, yes, I am forgiving everybody from my past lives. And I ask all souls to forgive me. I am forgiving all souls in this life. Now, don't get me wrong. When you say I forgive, that doesn't mean that you lay back and turn the other cheek. You apply the science of technology to your best ability, especially with the spoken word. And I'm not going to get into the other sciences. However, you deserve to be respected by all forms of life. So, although you can forgive, you can also be mindful, be aware that the misapplication of any kind of acoustical music directed at you, intentionally or unintentionally, you don't have to take on that energy. And God forbid an ignorant soul directs energy at you, my family, who has orgone technology or crystal technology and you don't deserve it, they're in for a formidable experience because the prismatic energy of the universe is multidimensional, intergalactic, and it's incredible. I can't even find the right words right now. Transdimensional is the right thing to describe. Transdimensional powers. And I don't say it lightly. If you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal. Because once you get in alignment with your crystal, the best thing to do, your enemies to forgive you, and you accept the forgiveness of your enemies. So, yes, I am forgiving all souls in this life. And I am asking all souls in this life to forgive me. I'm just coming out the crystal lab family. So, Moorish science is crystal science. Okay. So, in the name of love, I call upon ascended master ancestors, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Sheikh Iberfal, come and be a part of this show. I call upon the latest Christ born in the Congo, Simeon Toko. I call upon and request the presence of Sanat Kumara, Saint Germain, Kuthumi, Prophet Noble Drawley, Marcus Mosaic Garvey, Harriet Tubman, Mary McLeod Bethune, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Quetzalcoatl, Kuan Yin, Goddess of Mercy, Lakshmi, Heteru, Asar, who lives inside the acacia tree, Tahuti, who's outside of the acacia tree, his feminine complement, Shishat, outside of the acacia tree. I ask they be a part of the show tonight. We call on Nat Turner, John Brown. We call upon Chief Geronimo. We call on Chief Osceola, Chief Crazy Horse, Chief Sitting Bull, Chief Seattle. We ask all shaman warriors to rise and be a part of our show tonight. Call on the angels of healing, Enoch the Ethiopian, who ascended into the heavens and became Metatron. We invite you to the show. We call upon our angel of healing, Archangel Raphael, angel of protection, to walk and whenever called upon, protect our family, friends, and loved ones. Archangel Uriel, angel of enlightenment and knowledge, to especially be with us on this show tonight. Jamiel. We call on the seraphim and cherubim to be with us on this platform. Magnets, crystals, and pyramids. And I thank all of your ancestors, family, who are in the audience and in the future. Thank you for all your sacrifices and all the hope that you passed on through your seed and through the generations past, so that we may strive as we are alive to thrive on this wooden stage of life. And we say together, Ashe, Aho, Donada, Wado. And so it is. Okay. We got a significant number of people in the audience. Okay. Want to acknowledge Rashid Page saying freedom is a must. There's Dwayne Johnson, a steady walking Jedi. Here we got Potolo Bay. We got Timothy L in the audience. We got Ms. May saying greetings. We got Sister Vicky J saying greetings. We got cousin I Seed So greeting everyone. And we got everything is everything. That sounds blase. Throwback from yesteryear and yesterday. All right. We got Jason Tilley, peace gods and goddesses. We have Lady off of the palace, peace to the gods. We have Natasha giving love salutations. Tangi McNeil, peace everyone. Everything is everything, telling us we got good sound. All right. And we have seems like our chats are also being love connections, possibilities. Why am I not surprised? And we have somebody with a chant, saying thank you. Marisha Body Fitness saying hi with her purple hearts. Okay, so I got some laundry in the basement. I've already called Professor Muhammad Bey. We got people in the audience to add. They haven't put on their cameras, but I'm going to bring them up anyway. Let's see. We'll put them inside of the Chenu, also known as the cartouche. All right. And Professor Muhammad Bey, the microphone's yours, brother. Do your thing.
Well, thank you, sir. Once again, family. Is this the 24th show? The 24th show that I have done. I'm going to get into the prayer. We have testimonies. I don't want to take all the time. I like to give people the opportunity to talk about their testimony that's personal to them. But I'm going to do the prayer and then we'll get into the testimonies. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest. Shadu la ilaha illallah. Shadu la ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah. I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah. Salatu. Shadu anna Muhammed al-Rasulullah. Shadu anna Muhammed al-Rasulullah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Hayla Salah. Hayla Salah. Come to prayer. Come to prayer. Hayla Salah. Hayla Salah. Come to your good. Come to your good. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. La ilaha illallah. There is no deity but Allah. Hayya come to your good. As-salatu kahiram minam. As-salatu kahiram minam. Prayer is better than sleep. Prayer is better than sleep. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon thee and Allah's blessings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon thee and Allah's blessings. All right, family, I'm going to read a few scriptures from the book, and we're going to get started. Just bear with me, please. It's in the Quran. It says in Surah 3, verse 199, and it says, O you who believe, be steadfast and try to excel in steadfastness and guard the frontiers and keep your duty to Allah that you may be successful. Now, why did I read that? Because there are three things as the key to success. The first is a word called sabra, which means convey the significance of endurance and perseverance in trials and perseverance in doing of good. Second is musa bara, which vying means strive for superiority or compete with somebody or something. In sabra, or steadfastness with each other, or trying to excel the enemy in endurance. The third is rahat, which means guarding or stationary the army on the frontier to guard it against the enemy. All three words carry a temporal as well as a spiritual significance. What is instilled or an attitude, idea, or habit here is, on the one hand, showing endurance in wars, excelling the enemy in endurance, and to remain in readiness on the frontier of the territory to meet the enemy. And on the other, remaining steadfast in keeping away from evil and keeping to obedience to the Creator, trying to excel each other in quality of endurance and to remain on guard against evil, one on the frontier. Now, what is lawful is manifest, and what is unlawful is manifest. And between these are two doubtful things which many people do not know. So, whoever guards himself against the doubtful things, he keeps his patience and his honor, high respect, great esteem, pure cleanness, faultless, and whoever falls into the doubtful things is likely to enter it. Now, I'm going to your Bible, John 20, 24 through 29. This is King James Version. Verse 24. But Thomas, one of the 12, called to Didymus, was not with them when Jesus came. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Creator. But he said unto them, Except I shall see his hands, the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I would not believe. In other words, if I can't touch him, I ain't believing. And after 8 days, again, his disciples were, this is verse 26. That was verse 25. And after 8 days, again, his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, Peace be unto you. That's in your Bible. It's like saying, Assalamu alaikum. Now, family, I'm going to read you this, and I'm going to tell you why I'm reading you all this. Because, I always have reasons why I like to do things. So I'm going in Surah 6 in the footnote. And I've read this to you all before. But I'm going to read it again because it's pertinent. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. The people, this is in Surah 6. This is in the footnote 756. The people of the book asked thee to bring down to them a book from heaven. So far removed are people from spiritual realities that they want to see them in a physical form. If truth had been sent down to man in physical form of a book and had not been revealed to the mind of man, it could not bring about a transformation in the mind of men. But even if it had taken a physical shape, they would have called it an enchantment and still rejected it. The divine message was undoubtedly brought by an angel. But here again, they wanted to see the spiritual reality of the angel in a physical form. That was verse 757. 758. The meaning is that if an angel were made a messenger to mankind, he would doubtlessly appear in the form of a man, inasmuch as the physical eye cannot see angels. Moreover, only a human being could serve as a model for men. Thus, in case an angel appeared in the shape of a man, there would still be the same confusion in their minds as when a human being was entrusted with the divine message. Now I'm going to Surah 6, 842. This is in the footnote. Truth is not to be sacrificed to any interest, but every interest must be sacrificed to truth. Now, the moral of this story, what I've read you, family, is that the race is not to the swift, but the one who can endure to the end. I read all this to you because I know our psyche. No matter how much I pipe to you all, I've taught 24 shows now. And some of you still have doubt. I'm going to just keep it real with you. You have doubt. I can get you. I can get you. Let me say this. I can come to your city, help you file your paperwork, and you still got doubt about what I'm trying to show you. You see?
Babe. Oh, I gotta cut in on that. You know who spoke about this? Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey said the same thing. Go ahead.
I'm really kind of. See, I told you all about my experience. None of you all was there with me. Nobody. And if most of you would have went through my experience, you would have quit. You would have gave up. But see, I'm going to say this to you. Ain't no paperwork going to make nothing easy for you. I hope you heard what I said. And I don't want you bitching, crying, and moaning because you think it's something on my end that's not right. I'm trying to get you freedom. Some of us, we haven't had it so long till we don't even know what it looked like. We really don't. It's so much I know that we just scratching the surface. See, I said to you, the race is not to the swift, but the one who can endure to the end. Don't be like the doubting Thomas I just read to you in your Bible. Thomas said he wouldn't believe until he can touch it. So is it the same with you all? You won't believe it. Even though he come to my city, he goes down to the county with me. I'm watching them people filing the paperwork, and goddamn it, you still don't believe? See, I know what it is. You don't study like me. So when you don't put the time in, so when any little things come your way, oh, you ready to run and curl your tail up like the dog do, and now you're gonna go to screaming because you're gonna think that Mr. Bay don't know what he's talking about. But you know what? You'll never get that one on me. I'm sorry about that, because you know what? Everything that I told y'all, I've been there and I've done that. So you have your opportunity to get out of the way and stay on your job and work and be a slave, but don't complain. I'm showing you all how to get financially free. But see, you all don't understand all the moves that I'm making. So maybe that's why some of you all don't have no patience. Let me explain to you what I mean. Most of us, we think we poor, raggedy, and outdoors. That's most of our thinking. Listen to me. When I'm taking your property and you're putting it into the trust, there are other documents you have to do. You have several documents that you have to do. And that brother who came on last week, he explained it beautifully to you all. I was right there with him. When that white woman was filing them documents, and I'm there filming, recording. So see, I'm not coming to you all just running my mouth and just talking and blowing smoke. I take my time out and I come to you all. And some of you still are ungrateful. But you know what though? See, the Creator don't like ungratefulness. Because sometimes when we don't think things are going our way, then we look for the person who's leading the charge and we want to fault them. But you won't get an opportunity to fault me for anything. I know what I'm doing. I didn't say I believe I know. I know what I'm doing. So don't doubt me. You doubt yourself, but don't doubt Brother Bay. If you study like I studied, then you will have that same mindset. I know how this system is working. When you take that mortgage and you put it into that trust, and you do your DBAs, and you do that notice, and you do that non-UCC lien, which is a financial statement. Now, what is a financial statement and its purpose? This is what Investopedia says. Listen to it. Financial statements are written records that conveys, transfer, the business activities, and the financial performance of a company. So, you're taking your DBAs and you're putting them into a trust, and they function like a business. Your DBAs do that with the protection of the trust. Financial statements are often audited by government agencies, accountants, firms, etc., to ensure accuracy and for tax, financing, or investing purposes. Income statement. Y'all remember that word? Income statement. Cash flow statement. So what I'm saying to you all are building generational wealth. You're building equity. You're holding collateral now on a financial statement, on a financing statement. You all have to understand what you're doing. But if you want to keep thinking like the slave, then maybe it's not for you. Just maybe it's not. See, one thing I'm not going to do, I'm the so-called field Negro. I say so-called. And maybe most of you want to be the house Negro. But I don't give a damn about the house and the so-called house Negro in and his master. I want freedom. So I want to leave the plantation. I don't like the plantation. I don't like how it operates. I know what I'm doing, family. Don't doubt your brother. Don't be that doubting Thomas. I know it sounds so easy to you, just taking a mortar and brick and putting it into a truss, and you get rid of the mortgage. And yeah, I said that. That's what it does. You just don't believe it yet. I get that. Well, either you're going to stay in the game or get out of the game. I study every night while most of y'all sleeping. I'm up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. And then I go and take me a speed walk. Keeping my body in shape. Keeping my mind in shape. I'm not in this just to be in it. I don't come on Hank's show just want to just talk to y'all. I'm trying to get you to the end of the tunnel. But oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith. And you know something? And then it says here, let me just let you hear this too. And then we're going to get to it, Hank, once I'm done with this. It says, those who have lost their souls will not believe. So it doesn't matter how much I pipe to you. You still just going to be that doubting Thomas. See? Family, you got to keep your focus. Keep your focus. Don't let nobody deter you. I don't care if all y'all go back to disbelieving. You ain't going to get any turn back because you don't know what's going on. But I do. That's why I've been there. Before I came to you all, I had to go through it. Some rough times. Just want you all to understand that. See, y'all can pick the phone up and you can call me and, hey, Brother Bay, can you run this by me? Could you tell me what you think about this? And that I didn't have that luxury. I had to grind it out. And if you ask me, would I change anything? No. Why? It's because it gave me mental toughness. See, that's what you need, mental toughness. Mental toughness. Brother Hank?
Yes, bro.
Let's get on with the testimonies, brother.
Okay. I got everybody up there, but they got the face out, but hopefully they got the audio on. So family, y'all go ahead and turn on your audio. And I'll
let the sister go, the one with the house.
Which one is that? We got Koalani, we got Anthony L, we got Bashira, Naima Bay, we got Melissa. Bashira, we're gonna put you up front, Bashira. Can you hear me, Bashira?
Yeah.
Bashira, you got a good internet connection?
Yes,
you got a strong one over here.
And greetings to the gods and the goddesses, and giving honor to my.
Okay.
But I do hear feedback.
Well, it ain't on our end. Over on our end, we should feel good. Turn down your turn your speaker off. Did you hear any feedback, Professor Bay? Because I didn't.
Yeah, is she on?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, sister. Say your name.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. Brother Hank, I just want to say it's an honor again to be on your show and to be able to report on the remedy process with our brother, Dr. Professor Bay.
Mm-hmm.
A little over a
Right.
month ago, after it, a little over a month after obtaining my EIN number,
Uh-huh.
our brother flew into North Carolina. We went over our paperwork, and then we went to the register of deeds to file our trust paperwork, putting my house into the trust. Um, After the paperwork was filed, Brother Bay reiterated that this was just the beginning of the process for me to generate wealth for me and my family. I just want to say I'm grateful for the remedy and that I'm receiving with our working with our brother Bay. And I'm just thankful again to you for your show and all the invaluable information and resources you provide. This show, including Brother Bay's guided remedy process, is greatly appreciated and beneficial for me and my family. Again, I want to say thanks to you and our beloved Brother Bay. Thank you so much.
We thank you for being on the show, and make sure you drink your Kinkaliba tea and your Seahawk tea, family, so y'all can stay healthy. Special shout out and a prayer to a sister friend of mine who I just found out had a stroke, named Sister Tara, and she was a beautiful soul in her 50s. Our blood is too thick, family. And if we don't keep that blood flowing, we in trouble. Heart attack, blood too thick. Stroke, blood too thick. Diabetes, blood too thick. So y'all make sure you drink some Seahawk tea, Kinkaliba tea, and get your testimony that you have to say about Professor Bay in this good way. And we say, ah shit. Thank you, Sister Bashira. Did you drink your Seahawk tea
Ashe.
today?
Thank you. I did actually. I had some this morning before work.
Well, make sure you have a swig before you go to sleep. Thank you for your testimony.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, we got Melissa Bay. Go ahead, Melissa.
Peace, brother Han. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. With your
Great.
beautiful Nubian face.
Hi,
Fine,
family.
Professor Bay. You should see her.
Peace, brothers and sisters. I'm here because my day of exiting or my start to exiting the plantation was this past Friday. And I can say that it's so many things that run through our minds when we hear this information because no one has ever, most of us haven't heard it before. And if we have, we're very skeptical about it just because we don't know anyone who has had like success doing it. So I made up in my mind that this past Friday, I would definitely call in. I had already made contact with Brother Muhammed Bey. He does answer his telephone, always with a positive energy. I never get negative vibes from him. Um, he asked me what it is that I wanted to do, and my first step was to get my EIN. That's what I wanted to do. So he let me know what it was about. I said, "Cool, I'm ready." Once I sent him what he was asking, no problem. I even kind of sort of trickled off a little bit, not anything that was going on with him, but just because I still work. And he actually called me back and he was like, "Hey, sister, you sent me your stuff. So what's up?" And I was like, "Oh my God, this dude is really like calling me back, asking me, what's going on." So needless to say, Friday was my day and I had already meditated. I had already, asked the ancestors to be with me for this call because I just wasn't sure what I was going to get, and Brother Bay does have his I call it the little script training as far as what you're going to get when you do call, which I'm the type of person I'm like, okay, that's fine. Certain things it just doesn't bother me like that when you call someone and ask for whatever information. So fine. We ran through the script maybe about 3 or 4 times, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. So I called, and first of all, let me say I thought of this acronym for the IRS, and they are nothing but illusionists reading scripts.
Oh,
Okay,
shoot. That's a good one.
they
I like
are
that. I
nothing
like that,
but
Professor. You got to put that one in
illusionists.
the book.
I wanted to call them something else, but I said, okay, well, I'll be, mild and nice about it. So to me, they're illusionists reading scripts. They really, not all of them even know what's going on. It's no different than calling into a call center. But, these people, they may know what's going on, what you want for sure, maybe not. The first woman that I was connected to after I waited on the phone for like an hour and 40 minutes, no lie. I guess that's part of the whole patience building, because if you don't have patience to sit on the phone and listen to that music just playing away and you don't know when these people are going to pop on the line, don't call. So the first lady I got, she was a true character, and I could tell it when she picked up the phone and gave me her agent number. And she had this voice, and she sounded like a cartoon character. So she ended up wanting to talk about me, but I wasn't on the line to talk about me. I wanted to get straight to the business. And she told me, oh, no, 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 we're not talking about that just yet. I'm talking about you. So it didn't rattle me, but it was like, wow, I'm on the phone to just help you have a nice Friday, not waste your time, cut to the chase, and you want to talk about me. Okay. So she ended up, when she got to the Social Security thing, and I told her what I told her, because again, Brother Muhammad runs you through that whole process. And she didn't like my answer. So she told me, it sounds like you need help filling out your form and you haven't really completed it. When you get help filling out your form and it's complete, you can call back. And she said, bye bye. And she literally hung up in my face before I could get anything else out. Okay, fine. That didn't deter me. I said, okay, fine. I'll call back. I called back immediately, and I was on hold for another 40 minutes. And I said, okay, I knew where I had called wasn't the correct department, but I knew that I was going to be transferred to the correct department. This lady who picked up, she wasn't mean or anything, but she wanted to take my information, but she told me she could not give me what I was calling for, which is my EIN. What do I want to continue talking to you for? I said, okay, well, I'll just have to call back. I hung up with her. And by then I was like, okay, should I continue to call up today? I asked myself that question. I wasn't psyched out, but I was just asking myself, do I want to call back? Because these hold times are ridiculous. So I got up, went to go get something to eat. So I made my lunch up, ate my lunch in peace. And then I said, you know what? Before it gets too late, I'm going to call back, because if I don't do it today, I don't want it to run into next week, which is this week. I called back, and for me, third time was the charm. The lady I got, illusionist, reading the script, and I could tell that she was reading the script. Um, I think she and I were on the phone for probably about maybe 30 minutes, and after correcting her in certain fields to make sure she had the information correct, I got my EIN. So I'm so
Congratulations.
excited. I called Brother Muhammad Bey back, and I pretended like, I was just so frustrated. And he said, well, what happened? I said, Brother Muhammad, I'm so tired of these people. I don't know what to do. And he said, well, what happened? I said, Brother Muhammad, I got
All right.
And he was like, I knew you were calling me joking around on this phone. So, family, if you don't have patience, number one, you're going to get deterred, because this is a process. Not only is it you're dealing with just another person on the line, you're going to have to sit there and wait. And some of us don't have the patience to wait, you
Man,
know, so that while you're waiting, you get all types of thoughts coming through your head, like, oh, what if I get a mean person today? Or do I know what I'm going to say? Brother Muhammad prepares you for that. If you don't like to be told, not necessarily told, but he instructs you on how to stick to the script. And that's all you're doing, sticking to a script. And if you can't
Beautiful.
do that, do not call. When
Mm,
you learn things, you get to mull them over in your mind, you get to meditate on them. And then when you're ready to proceed, you can. So it's nothing to be afraid of, it's nothing to fear, it's nothing that's going to have a boogeyman in your closet at night. There's no monster under your bed. It's just you fighting yourself. And then also knowing that when you do call someone for business, which is what we're learning to free ourselves from their system that has been set up and to hopefully keep us in darkness for ever and ever, you're coming to the point where you're coming out of darkness into light. So I do appreciate you, brother. Huh? I appreciate you, Brother Muhammad Bey, for the love
Thank
that
you.
you give to the people. And that's
Thank
all I
you.
have to say, y'all.
thank you, sister.
Thank you.
That was a
Yeah.
beautiful
Salutation.
testimony.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, we got Anthony and Kwalani. All right, Anthony L. Islam, brother.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
All right, brother. Peace to the gods and the goddesses.
Peace.
Yes, sir. First, I'd like to say thank you, Brother Ankh, for providing useful content on your platform. This is where I first heard Mr. Bey. And when I first heard this brother speaking, I couldn't stop listening to him because I studied some of this information a few years back. So I kind of understood what he was saying. So I kept listening to the brother every week he came on and kept listening to the brother. And I think about the third time, your third show, I said, he's the one. He's the one I need to see. So I contacted Mr. Bey and spoke with him, and he told me the whole procedure. And I have to say, Mr. Bey is very, very proficient. He's very well studied. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he makes sure that you're fully prepared to proceed with whatever process or step that you're actually dealing with. Basically, the rest is up to you. You just have to be confident in yourself, knowing that, whatever it is you're trying to do, whatever step you're at, that you're going to be successful at it. My particular step was, I started with the EIN number. And prior to that, I was, practicing with Mr. Bey. And we practiced for a while. And the first time I practiced with him, I said, Mr. Bey, called him, Mr. Bey, I'm ready. He said, you ready? I said, yes, I'm ready. Let's go. So we had that practice, and I thought I was ready. I studied it. I had everything filled out. And, I called Mr. Bey back and said, he answered the phone and said, hi, this is the IRS agent. My IRS number is so-and-so and so-and-so. Right there, that kind of startled me. I didn't expect that. So that kind of startled me a little bit. I said, okay, this man is serious. Let's go then. So anyway, we proceeded with the call, and we went through the form. And I think the first or second question he asked me, I got wrong. And this is during the practice. And he said, okay, nope, that's not it. You want to try again? Call me back. So we hung up, and after that, I had sat back and I said, dog, scratched my head and said, well, I got to be ready. I got to study this. I really have to study. I have to make sure I'm listening to what he's asking me. And that is the key. You're listening to what he's actually asking you. So we did another practice, called Mr. Bey back. We went through the form, and I kind of passed. I think it was the second or the third try. And so Mr. Bey said, hey, you ready to call? I said, yes, I'm ready. Let's go. So I called the IRS. He was on the other line. And I think we waited for about 10 minutes. And finally, the agent got on the phone. And the agent I received, really, Mr. Bey was tougher than she was. She sounded like she was just, a newbie. And, we went through the process. We didn't even get through all the questions. She asked me one specific question. And then she started reading me my 98 number. And that was it. That was the end of the call. We didn't get through the whole. I didn't need to get through the whole entire form in order to get that. There was one specific question she asked.
Yeah.
And that was the key to getting that 98 number. So again, I want to say Mr. Bay is very reliable. When you call him, he responds. So he's about business and can assist you in whatever process that you're going through. So I'd like to say thank you to him. I'm glad I was connected to him through your platform. And Brother Hank, I'd like to say thank you again and peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods. Make sure you're drinking that seahorse tea too.
Indeed.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
That was a beautiful testimony. It was so colorful. I could see it like a movie in my head. If y'all could see it like a movie in your head, post it in the chat, because that was, they're giving pictures. They're giving pictures through their spoken word.
Right.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Islam, brother.
Islam.
All right. Who's next? Let's see. We got let me see. Anthony Bashir Kwalani. Did Kwalani speak already? I don't think Kwalani.
No, I'm here.
Kwalani, you got fun things, brother. Do your thing, man. That's
peace
you.
And love to the family.
Is that you in the camera?
Yeah, that's me.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
Where's your cigar, brother? Where's your cigar?
Yo,
go ahead, man.
It's actually over in the bedroom. To be honest with you.
I hear
but
you.
No, yeah, I just want to say peace and love, family. I'm appreciating this whole journey, and thank you, Brother Hank, for having me on the show, and definitely much love and peace to Brother Muhammed Bey. Man,
sir.
I really want to emphasize what. By the way, both these testimonies are phenomenal because they just are reaffirming what I've already experienced and what I know people are getting ready to experience. But the thing I wanted to reaffirm that Sister Day said was these people are really reading scripts. I mean, and another thing, they just regular folk. These are regular folk doing a regular job. So it ain't nothing spooky, it ain't nothing scary, it ain't nothing no big and bad or nothing. And I went in with that attitude. I just took it light. So first of all, the first time I ever heard this show and anything was this random sister had sent me the link, and I was listening, and Brother Muhammad was on there. I was like, no, this it right here, because I had been dealing with this process probably since 2009. So I'm not like versed in it, but I'm familiar with a lot of things, and I've been associated with a lot of folk that's saying a lot of stuff and doing all of this, and really not having any ducks in a row. But when I heard Brother Muhammad on here, I said, oh yeah, I'm calling him. And I called him, I think it was the next day. And just like I heard on the show, I said, okay, this is it right here. I felt it in my spirit. Okay.
Right on.
And that's everything. So I went with it. And I think the 22nd, 2 days ago, was it 22nd? I don't know. I'm getting my days all mixed up.
Don't worry, man. Today's the 25th.
25th? Okay. Well, it was on the 22nd because I remember 222.
Okay.
Yeah, 222. And I was like, all right, I'm going to make that call. So he said, you want to practice? All right. So we went through the whole thing. And for me, I can read something, but I need to do it. And as soon as I do it, I'm like, it starts clicking. So we went through it about 3 times. And I was like, okay, so I'm ready. The first call, he told me if you call, and sometimes there'll be where you can't even get in. He said, we're gonna do it, hang up and call back, and then go through another. This is like ninja stuff right here, because if I was trying to do this myself, even if I had all this information and knew what to say, going around this corner and hitting 4 to get to this person so she can put you through to sidestep all that. That's gold right there. So that's what happened. And I got through the second time, and they gave me a wait time of like 45 minutes. I was like, cool. He Brother Bay already knew I was gonna be like, nah, I'm waiting. Because I it was no question in my mind that I was getting this 9-8 number today. And so after, like I said, they said 45 minutes, and then I was on the phone about the same amount of time the Sister Day was on, like 45 or so. But the whole time I'm walking around the house doing stuff. I'm even dancing to the music. I'm just like getting my vibration high, so that when I call, I'm already in a space regardless of what happens.
Excellent.
So I finally get through, and it was a older Caucasian lady. That's how she sounded, and she went through pretty much just like the practice, and then she got to that Social Security number, and I said what I said, and I kept on. I stuck to the script exactly. I didn't flinch or nothing, and then she literally was like, "Sir, I'm not gonna be able to help you." That click. And hung it up. I started laughing. I was like, "Oh, this is fun right here." Okay, all right, okay, I got you. So I logged that in my subconscious. Okay, so I called back. I waited about an hour or so because I had something else to do, and I called back the second time. This time I got straight through. I mean, I was on hold, but I wasn't in that pre-hold thing, and I think I was on hold for about 45 minutes this time. So this time I talked to another Caucasian lady. She sounded happy, just like a normal human being. She was even at home with a dog, because the dog started barking. And she didn't get tripped up on the Social Security thing, because when I said what I said, she just moved on from there. But what she did ask me was, she was trying to ask me where I was, either she said what country were you born in, or where were you born, or something like that, trying to get me to go somewhere. So I didn't budge on whatever I was saying, and we literally sat in silence for at least a minute, because when she was saying what she was saying, she said she couldn't help me, but she didn't hang up the phone. So I said, okay, I see what you're doing. So patience. Okay, yeah, I can do this all day. I'm chilling. I ain't got nothing but time today. And so I kept repeating whatever she tried to say, something about me being a person. Because I said I'm not a person. I'm talking about 14 person. And she was like, "You are." And I just sat silent. So long story short on that one, we sat silent for a long time, and then she finally said, "Okay, I'm going to disconnect this call, and I can't help you." I said, "Okay, good, thank you. I'm enjoying these experiences because it's giving me the fuel for the future." Third call, that's my number, the 3. Before the call, I said, "This is gonna be smooth as silk," and she's not even gonna ask me about the Social Security number. I get on it. It was a sister on there, and we went through everything, smooth as silk, real pleasant. And at one point, what did she ask? She asked me something, and I said, "Oh man, what did she ask me?" Because it was key. I forgot exactly what she asked me,
Take
but
your time, brother. Take your time.
What did she say? It was something about my address or where I was born. Yeah, because I said I'm not domiciled in the United States. And I said it again after she asked me again, and she said, "Well, look, I'm not trying to play no games, but these are the questions that I gotta ask." And I was like, So in a low key, it was like she was she was helping me in a
Mhm.
way. So
You
we
that
went on. Say again.
reading that script.
Oh yeah. So we went on through the whole process, and by that point, I already knew it was a wrap. And then she didn't ask me for my social security number. She didn't even get to that part. And
Mm.
then she went on making sure everything was correct spelling and all that stuff. And then at the end of it, I was really appreciative and
Wow.
got my 98 number. So I called Brother Bay, was like, "Yep, look like we in business." So
Congratulations, brother.
I was like, man, I felt like I won the lottery. To be honest with you.
You did.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Mhm. You hit
So
lotto listening to this channel with Professor Bay, and everybody listening hit lotto. Y'all just
yes, sir.
recognize.
Yes, sir.
And
Indeed.
him, Hank, those are the two brothers doing their houses also.
Yes, yeah, and by the way, I sent you that email earlier. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just ready. I'm ready for this process because it's been a long time. I've I've been in the suffering and enduring and dealing with. I ain't dealt with stuff like Brother Bay, but I mean, just the aggravation of somebody saying XYZ, and I'm like, but you ain't you not doing it. You ain't done that. So how you? Where's the where is the real truth in the matter? That's what I'm looking for. You ain't. I'll pay you. That's all I was asking. But it's people wanting to be.
Listen, we got too many philosophers on YouTube.
Yeah,
We need mechanics and remedies. We need remedies, and that's what this is all about. Remedies.
exactly. So that's why I'm grateful and appreciative of Brother Bay and everything that he's gone through to be in this position to allow us to step forward with the truth, with the knowledge, with everything that we need, and making sure that I'm gonna reaffirm the fact that he will hit you back if he can't answer the phone or he don't answer the text, he will definitely call you back. And
Oh,
that
yeah. I believe he'll call you back. I believe that, right, Professor Bay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he will work that phone on you in a good way.
yeah, but
Mhm.
that's a big
That makes a
thing
difference.
because
That's showing you care.
because you don't get that with a lot of folks,
You don't get
you
that
know,
exactly.
you
Exactly.
know.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited. That's all I gotta say. I'm ready to roll and ready for this next step. So
Congratulations
Thank you,
again.
sir. Thank you.
Yes.
indeed.
Okay, Professor, what you want to do next? You want to do that video you was talking about?
Yes, sir. Roll that video. That's the video with the sister, the first one who spoke. So roll the video. Yes.
Durham County Register of Deeds. Sorry to upset your lunch. Breakfast. Go ahead and get this paperwork file in here. Yes, we're getting it done. Getting it done this day, February 12th, 2021. Oh, yes. All right, thank you. Take care of that business. Let's get the paperwork done. deed. Transfer of ownership. Change. Notice of security agreement. Power trustee. Oh yeah, getting it done. It's February 12th, 2021. It's by Cedar, Miami Bay Express Trust. Getting recorded on the record. Yeah, getting it done. Yes. Share that business. This is the proof. Freedom, justice, and equality. This is history today, gentlemen, ladies.
Ask them anything about their confirmation of it. Put you right across the hall to them. Okay, hold tight. If I lose you,
Yes, yes. You're doing a good job. Yes, this is Durham County recording. All of these are their recordings. Yes, Durham County. Durham County records. As you all can see, this is their record department. Filing the documents. Yes, brother, this is the information, facts, real estate. Filing the documents. Let's see. In the 1800s. Okay. So I'll glance on it. This one we got filing the records. See if he owed anything, getting it done.
There you go.
See if he owed any tax on it.
Okay. And that one,
Check that out.
yeah, it's going in. Thanks, baby. I can't take it.
All right. Okay. I want to thank you, Professor Bay, for another excellent presentation. I want to thank Kwalani, Bashira, Melissa, and you, the listening audience, now and in the future. Remember, success is your destiny. You can reach Mr. Bay, Professor Bay at 786-624-8257, Mr. Bay 33169 at gmail.com. Or if you're feeling generous tonight, you can also cash app him at Dollar Bill Moores 33054, Alfred Thompson. Professor Bay, I want to thank you again for an excellent presentation tonight. Any closing words, my brother?
Well, I thank everybody for coming on and sharing their thoughts and their experience. And that's what it's all about. It's not about me every show, even though I know, I come on and I share information. But I want people to know, when you do your testimonies, it's really about you, not about me. It's about you all and getting this experience so you can get on and get your generational wealth. Okay? That's what it's all about. Thank you once again, Hank.
Always, brother, always. And thank you, everyone. Remember, drink your Seahor or your Kinkaliba tea. Get your rest, and we'll see you next time, next show. Say often, Yes, I am. Supreme shield of protection surrounding me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am remembering all I was born to do. Yes, I am. Take hold of your crystal, which will magnify your I am affirmations at least 600%. If you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal.